This morning, outrage over the administration's deal with the world's leading state sponsor of terrorism. As the nation commemorated 9/11 yesterday, the White House striking a prisoner swap with Iran, clearing the way to also release $6 billion in frozen assets. Fox News contributor and former Democrat Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard joins us now. Tulsi, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Pete.
So the deal was inked a week ago or so. It was just announced to Congress on 9/11. So the timing was likely coincidental, not meant to be on that day. But what do you make of 5-for-5 trade? We don't quite know who all the Iranians are at this point, but also unfreezing $6 billion in assets to them.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions and concerns, Pete. I mean, unfortunately, we've seen from the administration a lot of lack of transparency. As I was reading some of the initial news reports, a lot of questions around, who are the prisoners that are being swapped back with regards to the money. What is it? Where is it going? They're saying, well, it's not going to Iran. So I personally have more questions that I would need to find answers to before giving any real substantive comment on it.
But have we jumped the shark on the idea of not negotiating with terrorists? I mean, when you see the release of former Taliban leaders from Guantanamo Bay who are now leading in Afghanistan in the Taliban, when you see the deal we made with the I can't remember his nickname, the guy out of Russia who had American blood on his hands, he went back there as well. Now, we don't know who these Iranians are quite yet, but we've set the precedent that at the right price and for enough people, we're going to negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, I was quite outspoken when I served in Congress, and I think I maybe was the only Democrat who spoke out against President Obama's deal for that 5 Taliban trade, because I saw the details and I saw, hey, this is not a good deal for the American people or our national security. This administration, unfortunately, has a bad track record of putting the interests of the American people and our national security first. And so those are the foremost concerns that I have on this, but especially not informing Congress until the 22nd anniversary of 9/11, on a date where the president decided not to show up at any of the sites that were attacked on 9/11, basically turning his back on all of the families who were there who had lost loved ones, turning his back on our fellow Americans, people like you and I who were motivated to join the military because of 9/11, and then to go and deliver this speech in Alaska that I personally found many parts of it to be quite offensive, where he chose to lecture the American people saying, we all have a responsibility to defend democracy, that we have to stand united. This is coming from a guy who has done nothing but divide America since the day that he took office. And as he is telling us we have to defend democracy, we Americans, while he and his administration are doing everything they possibly can to undermine our democracy and undermine our fundamental freedoms that are enshrined in the Constitution. The hypocrisy is deafening.
Very well said. He also claimed to have been at Ground Zero the next day when there's no proof of that. It was more than a week later that he was there, but that's par for the course.
It's almost like he feels like if he just says things, that they're true.
Yeah.
And thinking that we're so stupid as just to sit back and believe what he says, when in reality we can see that the opposite is actually very true.
Check the tape. Give us an update real quick on Maui. You've been all over that.
Yes, it's been over a month now since the wildfires devastated the community of Lahaina and Maui. There are 115 people who've been declared dead, but there are still 60 who are missing and they have not been able to find. The community has been there for each other. They are working to try their very best to rebuild their lives. But as you can imagine, the path forward is going to be very long. There's a lot of people who are still homeless. They're bouncing from hotel to hotel, staying with friends, being put up in Airbnbs. But that's a days-long solution.
What's the sentiment of the government reaction, real quick?
Distrust. They're very concerned about a land grab, either from the government or very wealthy people coming and taking their land, their generational land that they have grown up in. There's unfortunately a lot of distrust that the government itself needs to try to earn back. And they can begin by being transparent and just communicating with the people of what's going on.
No doubt. Tulsi Gabbard, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Pete.
Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.